What's the matter?
My mother caught me.
Caught you? Doing what?
You know. I was alone.
You mean?
She caught you? Where?
That was from the opening scene of Season 4, Episode 11 of Seinfeld, titled The Contest, which was ranked number 1 on TV Guide's 2009 list of the 100 greatest TV show episodes of all time. The episode's plot revolves around the main characters having a contest trying to see who can go the longest without doing the thing that George's mom caught him doing. NBC, the network that aired Seinfeld, considered this topic to be inappropriate for primetime television, but Seinfeld creator and lead writer Larry David was able to write this episode without ever using the word for what the characters are resisting the urge to do for this contest.
But are you still master of your domain?
This episode earned Larry David the 1993 Emmy Award for Outstanding Individual Achievement in Writing in a Comedy Series, and the show also won the Emmy Award for Outstanding Comedy Series that year as well. Those are just 2 of the 16 Emmy Awards Larry David has been nominated for. Would you believe me if I say there's actually a linguistic explanation for how he avoided censorship and also what makes his writing so funny? What's up? I'm Mr. Ford of Professor Woody and Mr. Ford, a channel about language. I want to talk about a branch of linguistics called pragmatics and also situational comedies, more often known as sitcoms. First, what is pragmatics? To paraphrase Niclas a lot in his book, Key Terms in Pragmatics, pragmatics is the study of language use in general, or the study of communication, or an approach to the study of language via language's communicative function. Even when I paraphrase that definition, it's well over 20 words, so let's just use the definition from Wikipedia, which simply says, pragmatics is the study of how context contributes to meaning. Like the 49th Vice President of the United States once said, you exist in the context. In conversation, the speaker provides the listener with context that is required for effective communication. But sometimes, humor can be found in things that are taken out of context.
Hey, Troy sneezes like a girl. And how about I pound you like a boy? That didn't come out right.
One of the pioneers of pragmatics, Herbert Paul Grice, noticed that the speaker and the listener worked together in conversation, and he called this the cooperative principle. H.P. Grice also came up with 4 guidelines that are necessary for effective communication. We call these Gricean maxims. The 4 maxims are the maxim of quantity, be informative, provide the right amount of information, don't say too little or too much. Be truthful, don't say things that you believe are false. Don't say things that you don't have evidence for either. The maxim of relation, be relevant. What you say should be related to the topic at hand. The maxim of manner, be clear. Unlike other maxims, this isn't about what is said, but about how it is said. Make sure that everything is said in the right order. Don't use language that's difficult to understand, ambiguous, or unnecessarily wordy. I said these maxims are guidelines and not rules because we often purposely flout or disobey them in order to convey sarcasm or humor.
No, please, Chandler. I would owe you so much.
You do owe me so much. You owe me $3,400.
Hey, dude. Why are you changing the subject? What?
We can also outright violate them to be intentionally misleading. This is often done in sitcoms and, wait, why am I standing talking about sitcoms? Okay, so I put something more comfortable on and moved over to my couch, so let's talk about how Larry David breaks Gricean maxims when he's writing his sitcoms. And we're talking about Larry David because I actually wrote a 12-page paper about this for my final project in my pragmatics class in college 4 years ago. Also, 4 months ago, we started this channel, and right now we're already at 9,000 subscribers. It'd be really cool if you subscribe yourself, leave a like and leave a comment at this video. We really like doing this, and we'd love to see the channel grow, so please help support us. Back to the video. Now, in my paper, I used 4 examples, 2 from Seinfeld and 2 from Curb Your Enthusiasm, but for this video, I'll just use 1 example from both shows, because I've now given you the tools to detect these yourself. Also, noticing when somebody breaks a Gricean maxim isn't always as straightforward as you think, and I'm not the first person to do it. Niclas Andresen from Karlstads University in Sweden actually counted every individual instance of a character breaking a Gricean maxim in the Dan Harmon Show community. He said it wasn't easy to know when a character was breaking a specific Gricean maxim because they were often breaking more than one Gricean maxim at a time.
You're a football player. It's in your blood.
That's racist.
Your soul.
That's racist.
Your eyes.
That's gay.
That's homophobic.
That's black.
That's racist.
Damn.
This happens in Larry David's writing as well. Let's look at the example we used at the start of this video, from the Seinfeld episode, The Contest. Jerry asks George, "What's wrong?" and George replies, "I got caught." See, this breaks the maxim of quantity by not giving enough information to answer Jerry's question. This also breaks the maxim of manner, because this answer is ambiguous. "I got caught" doesn't really tell him what he got caught doing. After being pressed by Jerry, George responds, "You know," which again breaks the maxim of manner because it's still ambiguous, but it also breaks the maxim of quality, because the phrase "you know" implies that George's friend knows what he's talking about, which he does not have the proper evidence to say. The conversation continues, and the group now proposes a bet to see who can go the longest without, Elaine, the woman of the group, wants to be part of this bet as well. Watch this clip and see how many times Jerry flouts Gricean maxims to not include her.
I want to be in on this too.
Oh, no. That's oranges.
What?
It's a
Why?
different
Why?
thing because you're a woman.
So what?
It's easier for a woman not to do it than a man. We have to do it. It's part of our lifestyle. It's like shaving.
Oh, that is such baloney. I shave my legs.
Not every day.
See, Larry David is able to write multiple characters who are violating different maxims in order to produce humor for the viewer. The viewer is watching these conversations happen, but they're not able to do anything about the violations of these Gricean maxims. While Seinfeld has a laugh track, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David's other TV show, doesn't have one. Watch how he violates the cooperative principle in order to achieve humor in this scene.
Hey! What? Why didn't you keep the door open?
Oh,
No after you?
I didn't really get an after you vibe.
Well, why not? I'm a woman, aren't I?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I just didn't think you were the type who would want a guy to hold the door open
What
for
type
you.
am I?
You know, you're a type. You have short hair, you wear a tie, you got a vest. It's a look.
So you looked at me and then let a door shut on me.
I thought you might not want that. That's all. I was just trying not to offend you, and yet I wound up offending you, which is quite ironic. Yeah.
It is ironic because I would have enjoyed the door being open for me. And you know what I mean?
Also, there was some distance involved, too, so I would say type plus distance.
Oh, you have an equation?
Yeah.
You have an
type-
equation for the vibe?
Yes, it's a mathematical equation.
I see.
Type plus distance equals no door hole.
Where did you get that equation from?
I made it up.
See, oftentimes in the show, Larry David comes off as pompous or strange or rude because he's not really following the rules of conversation, which makes it funny for us, the viewer. Now, there's a lot more I can say about this topic, but I'll try my best to keep this video short. Let me know in the comments what Gricean maxims were violated in that clip I just showed you. Thanks for watching.